pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just for the record, public comment is open. 3 minutes each.
I guess I want to make a public comment if I can. It's Harry McNall. When you guys deal with this petition, and if you have any reservations over it, is there opportunity, I guess, that you guys could ask the petitioners to come in, that you could directly ask them questions, or the public could ask the petitioners questions? Because the public comment is only going towards you guys, but it would be, I think, beneficial if the public had concerns, they could ask the petitioners directly what they're, like, where they got their information or what they're thinking about, or that kind of stuff.
You mean an example of what you're,
Well, I mean, like, you guys call or ask the petitioners to come in and meet you during a commissioner meeting. And if you have questions for the petitioners about their petition, you could ask them and they could provide you information, additional information if needed, or the public could ask the petitioners questions concerning their petition. That's what I don't know how else to say it, but just the thought. I don't know if that's something that happens during that kind of thing, or if the petitioners would be willing to come in and do it. Or...
I'll be completely honest with you. I don't think I understand fully what I don't understand on part of it.
morning.
Morning, Jillian.
Oh, you're not late.
You just missed the pledge, that's all.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this going here. I'm gonna just record and post it later because Wi-Fi in here doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get through. I'll try.
Morning. Fantastic as always. That's it. You pick up. So decals up and all sprayers up and all kind of stuff. Not decal there yet. It's too cold. Too cold. Oh, it's beautiful. Winter. Too cold for decals. You know,
I'm sorry, what?
here's my opportunity.
28th of January.
To give it full. Down cold and I would take the space.
Nice line card.
And hold your coffee with your equipment. If you're thinking of me, it's just here to help. You are always here to help. Help me. Help me. Oh, that's fantastic. That wasn't nice at all, was it? Oh.
Pretty cool.
Got a letter. Yeah, we can see.
My thanks to Garrett for cleaning up a mess.
What did he clean up the mess?
The wreck on the corner.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
What, a real wreck?
a real wreck.
Yeah. Like that wreck.
Somebody should not have walked away from it. And they did.
That's a good thing.
What would happen?
Well, I appreciate the help she received.
Oh, that's what it's all about. That's all it's all about, to be honest with you.
My only concern was her first 911 call was directed to Fallon County.
Was it really? That's actually good to know. We need to. I'll have to visit with Lynn on that and see why that one got pushed.
They were trying to determine to ping her where she was, and they had her out of county. They had her in Fallon County.
Really?
And it's a good 10 miles from the
That's well.
county line.
Didn't have been that far.
Yeah, the signal is intermittent, it's going on and on.
Good morning, Lisa.
Morning.
You want the Dennis?
Yeah.
Just so you know, we did open it for public comment if we had public comment today.
Right now it's open?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Kiefer, I need to talk to you. What's going on with the gun, the shooting deaths of those dogs over on Yellowstone?
That, I'd have to talk to the investigating officer on to see where they're at with that one.
Okay. Yeah, it's spotty, it's not connecting all the time. So, Mr. Chairman, I have a question for you.
Sure.
What are the safeguards against interruption of EMS services and cell, phone signal in the areas where the wind farms are going to be built? There is a huge study proving that those wind farms interfere with EMS signals and cell phone signal strength, where you're not able to use your phone. If something were to happen, like the accident, what's gonna happen?
Good point. I'll dig into it a little bit. I don't have any answers for you. You have any answers?
Well, just what we've read, there seems to be a dispute in our county about what I've read and what other folks have read, but it's one of the declared concerns because of the electrical faults. And there is, I've read it to what you've read, I guess.
Mhm.
You're not same thing, but whether it's a two-way radio, and we've used those for a lot of years on the farm.
But not everybody has those.
Well, but this, when we were at the farm, Sugar Beach trucks are over, so there's not, you can communicate back and forth. And if you're in those towers, that two-way communication is gone. And also, there's interruption from the towers up there, is my understanding, to whether it's public safety, EMS, whatever. That's one of the identified things, as well as noise and the flicker and the flash and the,
Mhm.
I think there's 9 items that have brought out to be concerned. So I think it's a legitimate concern, yes, and it should be addressed before instead of, geez, I don't know, later.
Right, after the fact.
Yeah.
Well, as many wind farms as there are, there's gotta be a solution somewhere, somehow
Well,
on it.
see, even driving like to Broadus or over to Jordan or out to,
Oh, but there's gaps that you have no cell service.
yeah, I know, there's a pullout even going to Glendive, just on I-94, right, exactly. But even Kiefer, if you're not too busy, what are your concerns over loss of EMS signal and cell phone tower, signals with the wind farms?
We've had 0 loss.
But we don't have them right here, right now.
No, but our dispatch center controls Garfield County, Custer County, and Prairie County.
Uh-huh,
And I drive to Jordan quite often,
uh-huh,
and I spend a lot of time in Miles City, and we've had 0 loss of radio signal or cell signal in any of those areas.
okay,
That's
Right.
good to know.
yeah. When it becomes a concern, what then?
Then we have to actually start looking at putting up different towers in different places or taller towers. And we have multiple repeaters, and that's probably why we're not being effective.
Oh.
We're bouncing off of other towers.
Okay,
And that, so a repeater actually, increases our power of radio.
like a
That's
boost,
what they are.
Yes.
yeah, mhm,
Yep, so Here in our county alone, we have 3 receivers
Yes, you do.
on top of our regular direct.
Mhm.
Custer County, I think they have 7. Jordan has 2,
But it's,
and
must be late.
we're doing good so far.
Okay, so,
I can still pick up our radio traffic. I'm headed to Billings, I can get it all the way in Prairie County.
you can.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So far,
It was that,
It says the new composite blades have reduced this effect.
it's very possible. I don't know all the science. I know the technology is constantly advancing. So that could be part of what's saving us.
when they had that big, update, we lost all the 3 towers for signal for the phone. Nobody could get out. And I was on them every day calling, what's going on? What's going on?
When was it?
Oh, last summer? I
I mean,
don't
that
remember.
July storm,
Had any
that
issues?
wind
Yeah,
storm.
no, after the update,
And what carrier,
AT&T towers, I'm not sure which update, it was most of the phones, but yeah,
it did not affect Verizon.
Yeah, it didn't
But
affect.
Verizon has had some other issues.
Yeah.
During certain times. But
yeah, it was after that we switched to Verizon. You know,
This is a document that's floated through here, and there are thousands of things that I've downloaded from Michigan to wherever, but there's a line in here. Line A, the lessor shall not engage in any activity on the property that might interfere with wind speed or wind direction over the property. Cause a decrease in input and efficiency of any wind turbines or accuracy or any meteorological equipment or otherwise interfere with the lease's operation of the project or any exercise of any right granted in this lease. On the effective date, lease or grants to leasee an easement of sound, visual, light, flicker, shadow, vibration, wake, electromagnetic, electrical and radio frequency interruptions and interference, and any other that collectively affects the property caused or alleged to be caused by the project. The easement described in this paragraph shall collectively be referred to as easement. And the term of that easement is 40 years. So that there has to be known. These 9 items are known. And how big effect is that gonna have? I don't know, but it's there.
So that's in the contract.
Yeah,
yeah, you can't do anything, you can't build anything over, it's not.
It's not in the contract.
I actually pulled the contract up and found the paragraph myself.
No, it's not in my contract.
Well, why are
It
there
says
so many
alleged.
different ones? But the contract says,
No.
The contract
does
says-
not say that.
the contract from Next Era says that you cannot build a structure, even a tower, like a, antenna tower, over 40 feet. Because it will, without the express permission of the lessee of Next Era.
That's not what he just said.
He said that you can't build, you can't do anything to affect the wind, the
Right.
change of the wind, and all the other things that he said.
Right.
That's in, so they changed it. You're saying that they changed it.
Well, what you just said and what he said were 2 different things.
The frequency,
No,
what?
that to build something no higher than whatever.
40 feet.
feet, whatever you just said, he didn't say that.
No, that's a different paragraph. It's still, you can't affect it without their permission. You can't make any change.
Correct.
So what's the difference? Just because he read a different paragraph over what I stated.
Because I actually have my own side.
Okay, and I'm asking you, I'm not arguing with you, I'm asking you for clarification. Do you have a different lease where I pulled up a contract and pulled the exact paragraph out that states you cannot change anything to the property? And I wasn't talking about property, I was talking about radio frequency for EMS services and cell phone towers.
Well, let's talk to Kiefer about this maybe keep discussing.
No, he said that everything's fine.
I have.
But I mean, do you think there'd be any, wouldn't think there'd be much issues putting up a cell phone tower?
Yes, there would be, because if it's on the property, you can't, because it'll affect, you have to get next era's permission.
You gotta get next there's permission, I understand that.
Mhm.
But that would be between the leasing and the land.
Right, exactly,
So
exactly.
if someone outside of the area wanted to put up their tower, they have no say over it.
No, not on another person's
Right.
property, but on the leasee's property, they have to get next era, but you know, I'm just saying that you can't build anything on that property over 40 feet without their express permission. And what, you know, what gets me is lease is that next era has their own lease and not the property owner saying, okay, I'll rent you my space. You can lease it from me and these are my terms. They come in with their own contract. That's just a little,
That's a business decision of the landowner. That,
yeah, I know. I completely agree, but I think it's funny that it's you as a landowner don't have control over what you contract with somebody to lease your
When
property.
I contract my calves, they write the contract, not me.
They do?
yes,
I've never heard of that. Wow, that's
they've always
crazy.
done that.
I've never heard of that.
And it's an agreement, so you don't have to agree to it if you don't.
True, that's absolutely true. It's the person who
You
signed
can
up.
have conditions.
Well, my concern, my greatest,
you-
deepest concern.
You can
Instead of
add-
taking a 2% shrink, you take a 1.
Yeah, you cross it out,
Yeah,
put 2, 1.
But then that nullifies the
doesn't.
contract.
No, they go back and accept with your amendments.
Well, if they accept the amendment,
Yeah.
but you can't just cross it
Yeah.
out.
it's a
But they're-
business.
Yeah, but unless they agree to it, you can't just cross it out. They have to initial and accept that change.
Just like you have to accept their changes,
What's that
Yes.
change?
if they make any.
But that, it's gotta be explicit in the contract. They can't just go and make it. They have to say, we have the right to or we reserve the right to make changes.
Well, both of you
Or something to that
both have
effect.
opportunity to change the contract so long as both agree that they can change it.
Before they
It's a
sign
back
it up,
and
before
forth
they
deal.
sign,
It's not a
right,
written out to
right,
take it or leave it. If you do that, that's your choice.
right. That would be stupid if you did. If you just accepted that on their terms, absolutely. I agree with that. But that's not wise
That's what
business
they've
practice.
done.
Right. So until you sign on the bottom line, nothing gets agreed to. They can't do anything until the agreement on what can be done on your property.
Both parties have
Both
to
parties.
agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sure.
That's business.
And you know what, I personally, I don't dispute what leasee or leaseor does. My concern is the sound, the visual, light, flicker, shadow, vibration, weight, magnetic, electrical pulse, radio frequency interruption. We have a letter here this morning from Norma Peabody.
Mhm.
She hasn't signed any lease with anybody. The woman was born and raised there 80 years ago. Now neighbors are bringing these things in.
Probably got the email.
This is gonna affect her. Where does she have protection? Who's taking care of the ones that have not signed? They have rights too.
Mhm.
And this easement virtually steals their rights because they can build right up to the house or property lines. They can do whatever they want. So those are my concerns.
Not on, like Miss Peabody's, not on her property, but on the person who signed the contract.
Adjoining property.
Yeah, joining.
They can go right up to a neighbor's,
Well, they can go wherever they want. What they do is lay it out on a sheet, and I think they need 3,500 feet between, or 3,400, it's between towers or it interrupts. Well, if they put it, say, 600 foot from a property line, now they've stolen wet rights from the adjoining neighbor that has no lease, if they ever chose to do it. Or if they didn't choose to do it, they have a noise
Have we
factor,
considered
they
putting
have
it on the
all
back?
kind of, the list is right here. This is
Not
gonna
been
affect them.
presented to
Yeah,
us yet.
right,
And who's protecting them?
Sherry
That's my
just
greatest concern.
right.
did
And
the
currently,
report
it's up
on
to
doing the numbers
developer
and whatnot.
that
That's
will
all that's
develop
been
this.
done so far.
And
isn't it?
then, as they've done with almost half of it up at Clearwater, they've sold it and they will sell. Casco, Wyoming is a good example. developer came in, developed it, ran for 10 years, now it's been sitting idle 3 years, and for people that own it are an LLC, and they're in bankruptcy, and they're broke. So who's gonna clean that mess up? There's so many things that come into this thing, and it all has to be looked at, because we don't wanna look 20 years behind us, my children or grandchildren, and say, geez, what were those people thinking?
Think if it's anything like Montana and decommissioning that the state's responsible. And I looked into that deal down in Casper, they lost their market. That's what happened. They didn't have any place to go with the electricity.
But the conversation at that point, Todd, gets laughable to me. Well, it's the DEQ, the state was paying for that. The citizens are paying for that through taxes. I just got a heck of a bump in taxes because I'm an irrigated farmer. We just shifted the burden. There's got no roads in town, so we're gonna take care of the town folks.
Yeah, thank you.
But we're gonna put a higher burden on our agriculture when my cost of production is through the roof and my commodity prices are in the basement. So where does it end? The state's gonna pay for it, the government's gonna pay for it, we're paying for it.
That's where they get the money from to pay for it, from us. Oh, you guys too. I mean, it's not like you guys are not citizens.
Well, I'm on the DEQ board and we have a meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
And we have 2 items to give approval to as advisors. And when I read through it, every fee that the DEQ charges is gonna double to your feedlots, like chokes, and certain water projects and wells. The town is gonna be involved in that. We're just gonna raise our rates because cost of business goes up. Well, what do we do as citizens that are retired here in town? Or ranchers that are selling products low cost? It's just the government's gonna pay for it. We're paying for it.
Well, what you're talking about is simply politics. It's just a shift. Because of politics bring in the same amount of revenue, but they wanted to get the residential that were the squeaky wheel. And so they just did a tax shift and shifted it to agriculture.
Sure. And how long can the whipping boy be the whipping boy? That's my question. Because there's just so many dollars.
So the legislature's gonna have to come back and fix it all because it's a wreck.
Yeah, but they won't come back down. And that's the problem, is that when
No.
those prices are up, they won't come back
They've
down.
actually raised the general fund. They have more money to spend on whatever projects they want instead of living within a budget or within reason.
They gathers much more income tax funds that their pots
What
overflow.
happened is that residential and some of these places like Bozeman, Missoula, Helena, Kalispell, the taxable value went up so high because the market value went up so high on these houses that they decided to do a blanket deal to lower everybody that's got residential to lower it, but they needed the money. So you lower residential and commercial and ag have to make up the difference. So we made up the difference. So it was purely a political deal where they just reduced residential and increased ag and commercial.
So they really didn't solve anything.
No, they didn't solve anything.
They just shifted it around. It's,
Shell game.
yeah, exactly. Damn, I hate politicians.
Well, it's in the case of the.
Derek,
It's a
Derek,
right here. This is ridiculous.
Ever a need for more money, and I'm not against certain entities. This guy right there.
I don't know, he's questionable.
Bet you had more calls this year than last year. And the year before that, I bet you, we have a society that I don't hardly recognize.
I doubt we're gonna have a road fellow come in today. I think he's running a loader.
No, if he's not, we can do some other stuff. But it's just, it was all political. Whole shebang.
So when these properties that have wind farms, let's just like look to the future here. Somehow or another, it's all gonna hit the person who owns the land. And we've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, Dennis. It affects the landowner's ability to get, credit, loans, etc., when these things are up because they have a lease. And it's contracted out and everything. So when it all falls apart and the landowners have to sell their home, and then those homes, those properties can't be resold because these monstrosities are up there. What then? The next area owns the property? Or it becomes county property and you have to take care of it? What?
Well, they're dealing with this issue in North Dakota. If you ever listen to Trent Luce, broadcaster from North Dakota, this Prairie guy, I don't perceive him as having access to crime, but he's been interviewing two counties over there. I think they're around Jamestown. They're wanting to put, data centers in and develop over. And the further they dig into this thing, they talk about taxes. We're gonna make all this money. Well, what happens, the valuation of the county goes up over there. And everybody gets the joy of that because of the property evaluation. And again, I go back to people that, I know. We go over here to this rest home often because I know folks. And when they struggle to buy a birthday card or a gift for a grandchild, something's wrong with that system.
Oh, yeah?
And then we ask them to even bear more of the burden. If these were standalone, if they didn't have tax credits and subsidies and abatements and all that stuff that goes with it, if they were just a standalone and my price of electricity's going down, my cost of power, my taxes went up $3,500 this past year. My cost of electricity went up 25% to irrigate the crop. Revenue's gone down. So how does this make sense to anybody? It sure doesn't to me. And these guys come in and with their hand out, well, we just need this. If they were standalone, we wouldn't care, but they're not. They demand more from our citizens. And this citizen, and I think several of us, have probably bled enough. And it's time to end it. If they stand alone.
Well, Down River Electric got themselves in trouble with the generation plant that they put in Great Falls that went defunct, and they're still paying for that.
I
Well,
think we
when that
got
went-
about 10 or 15 years left on that little bill.
That happened 15 years ago, and I lost $25,000 in patronage. They took it out. I don't think that's still going on. My patronage, they took $25,000 of that out to pay for that boondoggle. But now Tongue River has associated themselves with North Dakota, it's an entity. But their costs go up and they just pass them along. And all I'm saying in all this, at some point, there's a tipping point. And the citizens can no longer bear the burden of just one more tax, one more thing. Those are the concerns of mine. And we did this through the homestead days. And we turned all this land back to the federal government. Are we gonna turn it back, Mother?
On the banker's recommendation.
Well, we ought to look at this before we get our killing fine.
Yeah, we have to. It's not a done deal yet, is it?
Oh, I don't think so.
We still have the right to vote it in or out, right?
No,
It's in. You guys made that.
I don't know.
It's being worked on as we speak.
Okay, so we have the wind farm project and now we have a data center coming in.
From where?
Over in the middle of the state.
You don't mean the one at
Need
Broadview?
them all. Or-
I don't know wherever it is.
Broadview.
Yeah, Broadview, that's right.
That's one of them. There's another one. Where's it?
One close to that.
Butte.
So what's gonna
Did you
happen then?
listen to Tom Schultz? A couple days ago, he had somebody on talking about the data centers.
No, I didn't hear it.
Do you know that they require a lot of water? And if they don't have the water source, they use chemicals. And then when those chemicals are done, do you know where that goes? In our water source. So what then? And that affects all of us, this entire state.
We can ensure that they do a closed loop system, a semi-closed loop or a direct system.
What's that mean?
That means that, closed loops, they cannot take water except from one source. They have to treat it. It has to be better than put back than when they got it out. My concern is like irrigators on the river, if data centers are allowed to pull from the river and put back into the river, that's gonna affect the
Water temperature.
water
And the quality,
temperature.
yeah, but-
And I do not see Fish and Game having any concern over it.
That's what I'm wondering is when Fish and Game's gonna step up and say something, but they're not saying anything.
They always get involved before something happens and everything else. Why are they not doing?
Well, according to the news of a couple nights ago about the Broadview data center, the reason they're building it there's 5,000 acres. I understand they've already purchased it. But it's the power that runs through there that they'll be able to bring into their system and not bring it in from somewhere. And the second thing they don't say is the water system, and this was reported on the news, is gonna come off the mussel shell. And those folks struggle because that's it's out there off a reservoir and they depend heavily on rain and snow to irrigate downstream. And they're gonna get water rights on that and bring over here when they already struggle.
And I think if you look at that, their water rights, they're overextended on that drainage.
I think probably you're right, because just it went on a dry year, they cut back. They have to, because
They mandate.
And then just this past cold spell, MDU, I mean, it's switching, but it's about along the same vein. They said, please conserve your energy, because it's draining and so on and so forth. Because of where they're sitting there. The energy that's gonna be produced by these wind farms are gonna be sold to California and
Washington.
in Washington, exactly. And so how many more, please conserve your energy usage from MDU is gonna come? How's that going to affect the grid here, draining the grid here? When
Well,
we're
right
already
now,
having
they're
that
sending
now?
it to Texas.
Yeah, right, but
And they're
still,
wanting us to conserve so they can send more to Texas.
right, so when the wind farm generates, how much of that is gonna be like, okay, hold on, conserve your energy, we gotta send this over there, how much of that's gonna drain on our grid?
The
These are
problem
all
with that is they got a 3%,
I don't think there's anything coming out of the.
3% usage or manufacturing of the wind towers compared to the oil, gas and natural gas.
I don't, that doesn't, does that affect drainage of electricity?
I would say yes.
Gas and oil and all that affects energy?
No, the wind towers.
No, okay, so gas, and that's a different issue. I'm asking about the drainage of energy, electricity that we had to conserve from MDU requesting us. It was like a big red thing, like a big, please conserve your energy output because it's draining our grid, and it was sent down to wherever, Texas, whatever it was. So when the wind farms go up and California and Washington pull that energy and it's all there, how much of that is going to drain for us here on our grid? How much of that is going to be down for us? Because we got to send it over there.
We are now.
I know.
I think that's an unknown.
100% of it goes out of.
See, and I don't understand that.
When you brought that up, I think that was in the year 2022, when Texas had that big freeze up, stopped all their power.
Right.
They're their own, Texas is their own separate entity for power,
Mhm.
and they drew power off this dam. The people that aren't Macomb or drawing power off Fort Peck lost power for two hours a day. Well, they rotated and sent power to Texas.
I'm gonna just get a bunch of spark plugs and I'm gonna make my own conductors with electromagnets. And that's it. Everything's gonna run in my house off grid. I'm done with this. This is ridiculous. Holy crap, this is nuts. This is nothing but taking our money. Like you said, how much more can we take?
I don't think wind towers would be quite so hard to fathom or swallow if we were getting part of the power, but we're getting none of it.
Right, that's the main concern, is we're not gonna get any of it. Number two is now we're gonna have data centers. I like the idea of the nuclear center that he was talking about, that everybody bypassed. Now everybody's looking at it again. We need to really look at that again. If we can have it self-contained in the new systems, not like the one like in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, or 3 Mile Island or whatever. If we could self-contain it, new facilities, in, what do you call it? Improvements, innovations, whatever. If it's more feasible to do that, I'd be more interested in nuclear power.
I heard one time more people have died in the backseat of Kennedy's car than actually happened at 3 Mile. You know, they made that out to be quite a whooping deal, and it probably was in the date and time. But Todd brought up several times that nuclear power, I think on 1 square mile of property, they can create as much power.
Yeah, the 170 square miles.
Yeah,
30 square mile.
170 square miles for wind compared to nuclear.
so let's,
One square.
let's just drop the wind thing and let's build a big old nuclear center. And then it'll be 2 parts, one to
We got a
West.
resolution in NACO says support nuclear power to protect our lands.
See, and that's
There.
one thing, everybody dismissed it, and now everyone's looking at it again. I think it's a viable option, and I think we should look at it again.
Well, it's the reliability is it's functioning whether the sun's shining or not,
Right, exactly.
Or the wind blows or.
Right, exactly.
or the wind blows or the temperature, all those things.
Yeah.
It's a reliable source of energy.
What about water turbines? Something in the water that generates, what about
They do
How is-
that on these dams, is that what you're talking about?
something, I don't know, my friend, he invented one and he's got a patent and everything on it. And he just put it in like rivers and it generates the electricity. And then you've got the ones in LA on the interstate where the cars generate the wind and turn them, and that brings energy to the,
Well, I think Hungry Horse Dam kind of does what you're talking about. They have a generator that as water goes through that dam, they have one generator that's boosting, put back up in the reservoir to keep it at a certain level in case you have drought or whatever. You have reserve water there to keep that power going.
it's just,
So what, they've got 9 turbines at Fort Peck and they've only ever used 5 of them?
Yeah, they're right at half. They're right at half capacity because there was no market.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys are discussing this like this. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope it catches up on the film, on the video feed. Yeah,
Yeah, I asked that question and went through the tour. You know, what was the capacity? It said it about, they got,
they're 47% or something like
yeah,
that.
and hydropower is not considered renewable. That's another one I really.
That's go
Most
figure.
renewable, the most renewable you got, and it's not considered renewable. Should we do our minutes, do you think? Can we do that?
thank you for the time.
It's not
Thank you, Joy Lynn.
at this time, but it's usually this guy.
Sure. Our best day is when citizens show up and participate. That's the best day.
I'm a citizen. I'm nobody, really.
Actually, you are.
Everybody's somebody.
Everybody has the right to be heard.
This whole government where the citizen based, nothing else. Not bureaucracy.
Are they trying to push country folk out? Is that why they're doing this?
What's that?
Are they trying to push rural people into the cities? Is that why they're building
There's a
them?
book called Buffalo Commons.
I think,
That there's been around a long time.
The name of that couple, they were from Pennsylvania or New York or something.
Oh, they did the big open?
Yeah,
I can't remember their names, but that big open's still around.
well, it's a precursor of Buffalo Commons or
30-30.
30. It's all the same kettle, it's just a different fire.
15-minute city, 10 to 21. There's stuff going.
Let's do our minutes.
all right.
You wanna read them, or you want me to do it?
Oh, read 'em.
All right.
Prairie County Board of Commissioners meeting, January 21, 2026. Prairie County Board of Commissioners, Todd Devlin, Christine Keltner, and Dennis Teskey met in regular session at 9 a.m. In attendance, Administrative Assistant Harry McNall. 9, Pledge of Allegiance, call to order. Public comment, Shane Eaton. Comment about January 17th, the commission put out in the Terry Tribune some comments I feel need to be retracted. A type 1 zoning district proposed potential nullability of signed contracts. It is not true and needs retracted. December 20th, 25, it was said by the commission, when ink is dry on a contract, the project starts and they are grandfathered in. Where is the liability if contracts are signed? He listed many examples that he believes are not correct and should be retracted. He also provided the commission with some state statutes, 75131 and others. He read Montana Constitution, Article 3, Section 4. I challenge you to find where it says we cannot do initiatives for land use. Commissioner Teskey made a comment about past decisions concerning zoning. As a county, we have walked away from any kind of zoning consideration. He spoke about Nextera and Mako. He is concerned about being open and honest as government officials. Our job is not to facilitate business deals. Concerning zoning, it protects the non-participating landowners. He read a response from Nextera concerning the Dawson County zoning regulations. They felt it was fair and would work for everyone. The division within the county has hurt our county.
What I was referring to is Ross Freehand from Nextera made those comments. It's on,
Ross Freehand from Nextera, okay.
yeah, it's on public record. You can look it up.
How do you spell his last name?
Freehan.
Feehan, no R.
Oh, it's Feehan. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Thank you.
Lisa Everett, the Good Neighbor Agreement is not a Montana agreement. Shane Eaton, there may not be that document, but people were offered terms. Is the commission making decisions before they come up? The commission put subdivision zoning on another project. The contracts had already been signed. People are questioning your reasoning. Answers need to be given why things are now different. Sheriff Lewis, the CBS grant the sheriff office put in was awarded for $140,000 for new vehicles and is awaiting the President of the United States signature. 9:30, Road Supervisor Todd Henry updated commissioners on road activities. Discussion on Cabin Creek issues along with other road issues and what actions have been taken. There are now 4 employees within the department. The commissioners reviewed the quarterly report for bridge inspections. Commissioner Devlin signed the Milwaukee Bridge Permit application for federal permit, FHWA, and navigable waterways permit, DNRC, and joint application for proposed work in Montana streams, wetlands, floodplains, and other water bodies. Commissioners received notice from Riverside Contracting Incorporated for a mining permit they have applied for. This was a notice to the county. 10 a.m. Commissioner Keltner read the minutes from January 7, 2026 Commissioners meeting. 10:18, Commissioner Keltner made a motion to accept the minutes from this January 7th, 26 Commissioner meeting as corrected, seconded by Commissioner Devlin. All in favor, motion passed. 10:25, Delight Dukart with Watch Insurance Agency joined the meeting to go over Mako insurance updates. The cost to cover buildings at replacement value increased almost $1 million in replacement costs from 25. She explained the concerns of state value assessments and that Mako will cover up to the stated value in full and will reinsure after repairs have been made. Most insurance companies only cover half if you don't use full stated value costs. There was discussion on building values and which ones could be changed to reduce coverage premium. 11 a.m. Commissioners reviewed a grant document sent from Violet Bolstridge MSW with Montana DPHHS. County Health Nurse Tylee Eaton and Ambulance Supervisor Andrea Bybee joined the meeting to go over the grant information with the commission. The grant is good, but the county is not set up to meet the requirements that grant requires, and asked the commission to support denying the grant. 11:05, Commissioner Devlin made a motion to deny the crisis grant award, seconded by Commissioner Keltner. All in favor, motion passed. 11:08, Andrea Bybee gave an update on activities for the ambulance service. So far this year, they have had 13 call-outs. 11:12, Commissioners signed a letter in support of Prairie County Trail System grant application. 12, lunch break. 1, closed session with County Attorney Dan Rice. 1:12, closed session ended and regular meeting resumed. The minutes from the closed session are in the County Attorney's office. 1:30, Commissioner Devlin read Resolution 2618, appointing Jared Depew as Special Deputy County Attorney, judicial review of proposed ordinance. Public comment on Resolution 2618. Shane Eaton, what is the ballot petition that she will be litigating? County Attorney Dan Rice joined the meeting to explain this resolution is being passed due to a request from an outside attorney. Commissioner Teskey asked what we hired her for back in November. Dan Rice, there was no other litigation required up till this point. The petition has been approved over the last hour. Shane Eaton, will this new attorney do the work and our county attorney won't be involved? Commissioner Devlin, I'm sure he will be involved. Shane Eaton, now that we have to pay another attorney to do what the commission said the county would do before. Chris Copenhaver has the attorney Terry Depew done any work yet? So we have not paid her. Commissioner Devlin, that is correct. Open for discussion to the board. No discussion. Commissioner Keltner made a motion to hire Tara Depew with a resolution 2618, seconded by Commissioner Devlin. All in favor, Commissioner Devlin, Commissioner Keltner. Opposed, Commissioner Teskey. 145, Deputy Clerk and Recorder Araya Walters provided the commissioners with claims to review and sign. Voucher 1083 and 1084. Commissioners were given a voided check statement to sign and review. Voucher 1081, check 49278. 204, County Treasurer Garrett Lapp provided the commissioners with pledged securities, investment authorization, cash reconciliation, and property value adjustments to review. There were conversations about what investments the county has and where they are invested. Total invested is $3.25 million and $650,000 in a liquid account. 214, Commissioner Teskey made a motion to sign the treasurer investment report, seconded by Commissioner Keltner. All in favor, motion passed. There were 2 property value adjustments for natural disasters within Prairie County in 2025. 218, Commissioner Devlin read the appointments of board for the following boards. Airport Authority, Dwight Tag. End of term 2030. Cemetery Board, Shan Plus, end of term 2028. Council on Aging, Susan Edwards and Bill Roush, 2028. Fair Board, Aaron Martin and Cliff Householder, 2028. Health Board, Todd Devlin, 2028. Land Planning Board, Tracy Fikert Dion, 2027. Library Board, Tracy Fikert Dion, 2030. Mosquito Board, Floyd Furman, Randy Robertson, Brad Eaton, 2027. Predatory Animal Control Board, Sean Fluss and Mark Delata, Chair, 2028. Salary Compensation Board, Darlene Strobel, 2028. Tax Appeal Board, Harry McNall, 2028. Terry TV Board, Dan Lastly, 2028. Commissioner Keltner made a motion to accept the appointment of all the board members listed, seconded by Commissioner Devlin. Open to discussion. All in favor, Commissioner Keltner, Devlin. Opposed, Commissioner Teskey. Aaron Martinson, I thought I was already on board. Shane Eaton, what is going on? Were these boards open to everyone? There was no opening for opportunities for them to apply. Commissioner Keltner, there are minutes from 2024 and 2025 that show appointments. They also showed votes. Commissioner Teskey, the question I have, we went through and appointed board members and sent letters out. Then you, Commissioner Devlin, kicked a board member off the board. What authority did you have to remove a member outside of the meetings? We are picking and choosing. We are in terrible error on these processes. Aaron Martinson, did everyone on the list of new boards members apply? Commissioner Devlin, let's look at who applied for the position. Rory Hawken, Dave Hudson, Linda Everett, and Tracy Fikert Dion.
The land planning board position, right?
Correct.
Correct. Commissioner Keltner, when you are on board, you are held to a higher standard. Dan Pike, is there a process for removing a member? Commissioner Devlin made a motion to accept Rory Hawkins into the County Planning Board, seconded by Commissioner Keltner. Open to discussion. All in favor, Commissioner Devlin and Keltner. All opposed, Commissioner Teskey. Commissioner Teskey, I believe we're doing something illegal for the record. 3 p.m. public comment. Dan Pike. Thank Sherry Robertson for looking through the petition and being quick with her work, and I appreciate it. The petition you're going to see is a zoning district, and it is supported 100% by all landowners. With that being said, I don't know how you can't approve a petition that is supported by 100% of the landowners within the district. Chris Copenhaver, question: the county is insured through Mako. They are a vendor for the county. Who decides that we go with Mako and not another insurance agency? Is there a process for bids? Commissioner Devlin, mainly money, and Delight Ducard through Watts Insurance brings any information to the commission about insurance options. Aaron Martinson, where are we on outside contracts to help with road work? Chris Copenhaver, I came to a meeting and got paperwork to become a temporary employee of the county and working with Todd Henry. And Todd Henry told me he no longer needs me.
Sorry.
Commissioner Teskey, we need to talk with Todd Henry because things change over time. Shane Eaton commented on conduct on people on board. He made statements that he believes should be taken back by the board, as explained in the AM public comment. Are you not up to protecting the county citizens' health and safety? There are precedents set by the commission already to allow zoning. Renee Perks commented about past actions concerning land planning board and outside legal counsel concerning zoning options. Outside counsel was hired, then terminated from service, and no zoning happened. What is the cost of hiring this current attorney? Shane Eaton, has your new attorney explained why other counties have not been sued for their zoning regulations? Dawson and Weevil counties passed regulations already. If the county loses the case in district court, what happens? The county will pay court costs and attorney fees. Chris Hopenhaver, is this Tara to pay? What she is doing,
No, thank you.
what is a judicial review? Commissioner Devlin, it is a court determination if a citizen's initiative for land use is legal. The county's question is, can you do an ordinance to zone? Commissioner Kelton, or Teskey, yeah. We have authority to zone type 1 or 2. It seems we are trying everything we can to stop our citizens. He expressed his frustrations with the commission. Jesse Smallest, seems the county is more afraid of those they will never see versus the people they see all the time. Aaron Martinson, there were questions about how the agenda was written. Rainey Burks, Commissioner Devlin, did you make the phone calls to board members? Commissioner Devlin, I didn't call him because I didn't feel it was necessary. 3:30, Clerk and Recorder Sherry Robertson provided the commissioners with a copy of a new petition called The Last Best Place. The petition was accompanied by a map and signatures. She had communications with the petitioners concerning 3 signatures that ended up being removed. They have 100% of property owners of the petition that have signed for the district. Sherry went over the map and changes made from the original map provided. There are 50 landowners and I am certifying their signatures. Shane Eaton, I would like to thank the clerk's office on behalf of the petitioners. Commissioner Devlin made a motion to accept the clerk's certification of the last best place petition signatures, seconded by Commissioner Keltner. All in favor, motion passed. Clerk and Recorder Sherry Robertson asked that there be a process put in place for petitions. She explained the difference between the first petition and the latest petitions. The clerk's office has made a draft that they would like to see a process for petition submissions and explained that to the commission. The boundaries are very important because the district is responsible for costs associated with the operation of the district. Barb Smallest, your primary concern should be the health, safety, and welfare of the county. My question is, what do you do with me when I tell you that you've failed? Do you understand how the traffic will affect our family when it is half a mile away? Are you prepared to consider lawsuits from citizens rather than someone else from outside the area? Someone will lose their life from traffic for this project. Rainey Perks, I agree that someone will be killed on those roads. It's not if, it's when. Clint Grove, Cedar Creek Road has 11 miles of unfenced road. It is not feasible to use that land with this much predicted traffic. We stand to lose our business and ranch because of this project. Shane Eaton, we keep coming to you asking to protect our health, welfare, and safety. You need to rubber stamp it. We have 100% participation. 4:15, Commissioner Keltner made a motion to adjourn the meeting, seconded by Commissioner Teskey. All in favor, motion passed.
Entertain the motion.
I'd make the motion to accept minute as corrected.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second on the floor. Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Oh, this is just a clarification. I forgot. When you go back to the ambulance, could you say in the month of January instead of the year? So if they see that,
Yeah, I can do that. Let me find it here.
That would make it a little
make it a
clearer.
little clearer.
Are you guys still good with the minutes then?
Yeah.
With that correction? Okay.
Is that all right?
Correspondence was a thank you card from Paulette and Clifford Householder for tending to the Cabin Creek Road. And a letter of concern from Norma and Harold Peabody
On the wind farm.
on the wind farm petition.
Oh,
And we're half an hour ahead.
Is Todd coming?
I would say not. I think he's running a loader. He was yesterday.
Yeah, I think they're still down in your country, aren't they?
I didn't come from the country this
Oh.
morning, so I couldn't say. But he had three gravel trucks running and the loader running yesterday morning. This time. Imagine it takes a while for those trucks to warm up.
who seconded the approval of the minutes?
Me,
Thank you. I try to type fast enough to keep up with you, but sometimes I'm not there.
Anyway, back to this.
may I see your AUM paper?
Yes, you can. Where's the other part? Is it two papers there?
I think it's here.
No, I think it's on, you're right there. This was received the 2nd of June and 16.
They've been doing it a long time.
What does Marco do
Marco is running sheep and farming.
now? Oh, yeah.
He's retired, right? From-
He's not an extension. What a good guy.
And we
But
tried
he's
to
really
put him,
fired
we
up.
tried to put him to work here not too long ago and he
Oh, he got a job.
wanted to stay with the
But-
sheep.
Federal,
The first date on this is October of 2005. They just turned it in 16.
oh, I don't know. That's just an example of what we got.
Okay.
He's going through FOIA to get the rest from BLM. But according to his spreadsheet, unauthorized grazing was 1,249 AUMs. This is in 2015.
Are they raising their buffalo or are they importing them from,
It looks like they're bringing them in there.
that's, I would be a little worried about brucellosis bringing them in. Doesn't say where they're coming from.
And we found the APR lost their permit for bison, but they didn't lose their permit. They just shipped it to cattle. So we went back in Manuki and Marco's been looking at the records and he says the records are showing that there are actual use reports that have overstocked.
Hmm.
And the BLM is ignored.
That's what this is, an actual loose report.
Gotcha.
The first date on here is October of 25. They turned, or October of 2005. They turned in 12 bison. March of '06, they turned in 17. October of '06, 11 more.
Anyway, Marco's on a warpath, I guess you might say, so. He used to be our county extension agent.
Well, the way that reads to me is they're bringing them in and never taking them out, so it's continuous grading.
That's what I
No
read.
rotation.
Right,
Yeah,
and they're allowed to do that because they took all the cross fencing. They signed off and said they could do that. A range con that used to work for the BLM got in the Supercut, and he says that place is a disaster. They flew it.
Is that the rain con that used to be over here in Miles?
No, he worked with John, the commissioner from Valley County, John. Oh,
they're not in the big drive management area. They're in the north or
Highline,
High Line.
Out of Malta.
Yeah, out of Malta.
it's the Highline.
The Highline district includes the Blaine County.
Yes. Wayne County and Phillips.
Thank you. There's also one amendment that I've got to grab that goes with this, just the piece of paper Shane handed you guys the
Here.
other day. What do you want me to do with that?
Public comment. It goes with the,
Well, that would be for this week, right?
yeah. You want the envelope that goes in?
Not really.
I don't know if you need it or not.
No, I don't think so.
I'll trade you paper.
We'll just set it
or
there.
read the other one.
No, I don't know why you said this.
I think that's the second seat of the actual use, isn't it?
They imported 12 adult bison, and 5 calf bison on October 2000, starts in 2006 and goes to 2014. But everybody's just rubber stamping this. So the BLM's not doing anything, so he wants me to get okay to the grader.
Do you, as a rancher, get rubber stamped, or do we, as a county, with our gravel?
Only
get
rubber stamp we
I
ever.
testified on the public lands rule, and a month later, I got a call from the Bureau of Land Management telling me they had a problem with my alarm. Because I testified in front of Congress. They play hardball,
Did they retract it?
but
Their claim that you,
no, they just, when I told them basically, you got a problem with my allotment management plan, if there's an issue, then we will address it, and if I'm passing my standards and guidelines, leave me alone.
no more comment.
They were trying to intimidate you?
Oh, yeah, yeah, they play hardball.
They try.
Yeah, lucky you're not a Lavoy Finnegan. Oh my God.
APR's Sun Prairie parcel, which includes the Box Elder and the Telegraph Creek allotments, is 57% BLM. $31,547 acres.
Their big plan is that APR, they want it to be just slightly larger than Yellowstone Park.
Why?
That's their goal.
Needed a target to shoot for?
Well, I think. Is it
Over 3
Yellowstone
million.
Park, 3 million acres, and they want to go to, is it
3 million.
what's that gonna do to counties when they do that, they don't know.
There goes their tax base.
Yeah, cause they're 501(c)(3), aren't they? Profit.
What's the other one?
Well, they get pills.
So I don't think they're a co-op.
Oh, you mean APR?
Yeah,
APR pays tax.
that's what?
They pay taxes.
Yeah, they're not a 503 C or whatever.
They're for profit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, they wouldn't be, no. So this, what's it called, Brucella?
brucellosis.
Brucellosis, that's a cow disease and it's getting transferred.
Yeah,
These gets transferred to cows, and it worth their cow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
humans get it also,
okay, so it's
called
interspecies.
milk fever.
Okay, so it's an interspecies concern. Is that also what's contributing to the low deer population around here? And elk?
Blue tongue.
It's not,
Yeah.
it's not the same disease, no.
And no, I know it's not the same disease, but can it be transferred?
I
There's
not, they
nothing
haven't
vibrant
proven
that
to
says it can be.
transfer to deer.
Okay.
I don't. The problem with the deer population dying is mostly animal, anaplasmosis, did I say that right? Which is blue tongue.
That in the deer population, if you look at the trends over the last 25 years in Montana, they go from a high to a low over a course of about 10 years. So right now they're
That's
on the
natural.
upward, they're starting their upward trend back over the last 10 years. So it's just a big U that happens about every 10 years. in
Another
Montana.
4 years, they're gonna be whining, they're killing our haystacks.
I don't know about that, but the population should increase over the next.
Oh. It happened flowing.
That's coming.
Not that broadest, that's where all the deer are.
Yes.
Are you attending that meeting at 4 o'clock? with the
We got lots of them.
FWP?
No, we haven't
I
found
don't know
any,
about that meeting.
not anywhere around here.
I got a
I
lot.
talked about shooting range.
Oh, that's Mako.
Was that what that is?
Mako's trying to get some type of, keep these shooting ranges open. They're closing them on us. They're working on something to get them.
I hadn't heard about that. That's good.
Yeah, you got the email.
I've got an email.
It's some working group with the Congo with representatives and senators and Mako, and I suppose there's other people on that committee to try to figure out something with the shooting range. I don't know what all.
When I get
Issue.
home, I'll send that to you.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you.
Are you guys control with the mosquitoes? You mentioned box elder.
What's that?
Are you guys have any control over the mosquitoes?
The mosquito district?
Mhm.
The district takes care of itself.
No, what I'm saying is they put in a culvert and it runs north-south. And we have half of our front yard on, Josephine is water logged. It's breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Culvert, or the
The city
canal
put it in?
probably needs cleaned out.
Oh,
Probably
it's
silted
clean.
in.
It's clean, it's just dumping everything in our yard. We used to go in
I see.
Eon, and Brenda Buttrucks, but now it's coming in ours.
I think the drainage is silted in somewhere.
It's just brand new, they just put it in.
Yeah, that's.
I think that would be a city thing because it's culvert that's causing the issue and the city does city roads.
Yeah,
That mosquito district's funded through a tax assessment for citizens. of the town.
okay. So who?
I sent it there.
Chair on that.
Harry,
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it would be, I don't know who the chairman is.
Cattle gene integration, that mean the cow and the buffalo are breeding? Or crossbreeding?
Lloyd Furman is on that board. Randy Roberts, I think, is the chairman.
Yeah.
And then, Brady.
But they're not gonna
This
have anything.
two
they're not gonna
lines
be able to
right
do
here.
anything about
Starts
what's
out
happening.
90.
You can go spray extra if you need it or something, but.
Oh, I'm asthmatic, so that's my concern,
And
because I can't be around that stuff.
oh, they called out because they indicated cattle gene.
Are they trying to do beefalo?
They're not trying, they just had some bison with DNA that was cattle.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of them.
They had a hybrid in there and they culled them out.
96 head.
And then there was some calves they called out.
You see this? You saw this.
Yeah, I seen that.
See, this just blows my mind. I have to go through and turn in, a certain amount on the date. And then I
Oh,
take
you
him
have
out
to
of
be
that
for,
path.
for specific.
Yeah, and then I take him out on a certain day and then I put him
Yeah.
into another pasture. These guys,
We tried that. They sent.
these
papers
guys
out.
just turn them in and that's it.
Yeah. They don't come out and go in. Of course, they don't have any other pastures to put them in because they took all their interior fences out.
Yeah, they just turn them in.
You know, I don't know. The email you sent me, I wonder if they noticed it sooner than yesterday. Just
It was what?
this meeting, if it was noticed sooner from the Fish and Wildlife than yesterday. So that's when you guys got the email.
Well, it come from NACO though,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Let's just put the thumb pressure on them. Make them, get them to do their job.
It's all about the money.
Well, Montana Fish Wildlife and Parks.
Among other things.
Montana Fish Wildlife and Parks doesn't manage wildlife, they manage people.
They just want to have them four-legged.
Oh. Maybe Harry was disagree with me there. I just said that Montana Fish Wildlife and Parks doesn't manage wildlife, they manage people.
yes,
You're fine.
I would say there's a lot of truth to that.
I'm not that one.
That wasn't me snickering.
Yeah, right.
I snickered for a friend.
I could go for a snicker. What's going on with the? Is it city? It has to be city for rezoning the street parking. That's city, right?
That is
Yeah,
in
okay.
the state, that state highway.
Oh, okay, okay,
So the state highway department have to be in on that.
okay. I have to go to the town meeting then.
And it does get a little tight on that street when,
It does when you have the big old long trucks, you betcha it does. But then you're gonna limit the parking, gosh, that's gonna be. I think everything in front of the businesses should be disabled parking only. That way, long walks are for people who can do it. They're gonna have to come up with something, cause I don't think that's gonna work.
well, first have to get a study commission.
Right, that's true. Oh, that's gonna happen because of the wind farms. What are you talking about? Come on. We're gonna get all that business. So funny. I am so against them. I hate them. Just the,
Parallel parking,
no, everything, just parallel parking is. Who parallel parks anymore?
hi Fran, how you doing? You know, you're I see you a couple, 3 or 4 times now, but you're a rock star because was it Billings Clinic that they took when you were with your doctor?
Yeah,
I saw that right there on the news. Is
yeah, I had cold.
that what it was?
Yeah, so I just went and got what I needed to take care of it.
Well, next time I remember, I'm gonna bring in my rock star book that I have people put their autograph in and then we'll have to get your autograph.
Alrighty,
Things going good?
like,
Are things going good?
if I can keep from falling down, I just fall down a lot.
The ice? Or just falling down?
I'm clumsy, I don't. My mind gets ahead of my feet. Does that make any sense?
At a point when you're young, you don't pay attention and you just stumble. At my age,
I'll make
you
a
take a
point
tumble.
going like this.
You know, I always wondered why my dad shuffled his feet. I understand it very clearly now.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially on this snow and ice that we had, this ice.
Oh, that I've been doing that for years. I don't fall down on that. I fall down from bare ground and there's nothing there to fall down on.
Miss a step,
But,
just miss a step.
yeah, well, sometimes I think I step on my own feet. And on that note, I'll let you go. Bye, good seeing you.
You guys could switch to Boost Mobile, $25 for, your cell phone coverage, whatever. And if you go to, Verizon, you'll get better internet service. This is really bad internet service.
Who are you with?
Boost Mobile for the cellular phone and, Verizon. We pay $50 a month for internet service through Verizon.
I've heard other people do that too.
Mhm.
Sounds cheap.
Yeah.
There's 2 of us and we pay, I think, $160.
Yeah, Boost Mobile, you have to get it through Dish, but they're offering it $15 a month. Yeah, for a cell phone for each line. And Verizon is $50 for internet service, unlimited.
So you have 2 services in.
Yeah. Our Verizon is $50 a month and our cell phones for each line is only 25, but people can get it, for $15 a month. Let them know I sent you. I get credit.
Oh,
This is a sales pitch.
No.
You know that.
I'm just saying, because the connection, the Wi-Fi is just awful here. How much are we paying for it?
We got a booster for the commissioner's room and it
Which one,
solved that
what are you
problem.
using the public Wi-Fi?
I don't even know the, what's it called? I'm just looking it up. Just whatever Wi-Fi signal is available.
There's only one available to the public.
I think you have to have a password for it.
And I
The
don't,
other 2 have to have passwords. I don't even know what the password is. I just use the public and I don't have any problem.
yeah, it's in and out, in and out. So just look into Verizon, $50 a month. Might be 60, I don't know.
See, I'm gonna test right now. See where we're at.
I remember talking to John Pisk 4 or 5, 6 years ago, and he'd asked what service I had. And I told him Verizon. He said, he used to have that. I said, you used to, what did you do? He says, I went to AT&T.
We came from AT&T.
And I said, do you like AT&T? He says, well, it's half the cost. I said, well, that's good. He said, but it's half the service. So
And we
I
have,
already talked to him again about it.
we have no problems with the Verizon. The other one.
In my opinion, you ought to shit can the whole bunch of it, get rid of it.
What,
I'm on your team.
but you know, in the 70s and 80s, it was so much more quiet. You know, and you didn't have to worry about social media. It was just a simpler life.
I get told on occasion to answer my telephone.
I want to go back to an answering machine where I can screen the calls.
You still can. There's still options.
But then they, you get the spam callers and.
We have a landline and then it shows up. If you don't recognize the number, just leave a message and you never do because.
The spam callers have got
Your
smart.
connection exceeds FCC benchmark. So it's exceeding the benchmark.
It must be my phone, I don't know. But, yeah, they spoof, I got calls from county courthouse, from Prairie County Courthouse at 8 o'clock at night.
You know that's not right.
Nope. And I'll call them, I says, well, you open now? I said, what's going on at the courthouse? What? And then, it's a foreigner. I said, quit spoofing fucking, excuse my language, businesses from, to make it look like it's somebody local. It's horrible. Horrible.
Sometimes if I got 5-10 minutes to kill, I'll pick it up.
Just play?
No speak any English. I'll play with them from time to time. Cause I know we get 5 or 10 of those spams a day.
Yeah.
With our landline.
Yeah.
Not with cell phone, but with landline.
Yeah, and then they call from the Medicare hotline. Really? I didn't know that Medicare calls me at 7 o'clock at night. This must be important. Click. I love it.
And then I explain I'm rural. What would you say again? And then he'll explain, and I said, well, I didn't get that. Could you explain it one more time for me? It's aggravating that we get those calls.
Yeah, yeah,
To me, it is.
yeah. I've got actual locators and I'll call them out and say, oh, you're calling from, I think it's, I can't say the word. It's in India. It's someplace out of Kolkata. And then I'll say, oh, is this Burma or Burha? Is that how you say your name? What? How do you know my name? Like, and then I send them over to Pierogi. And yeah, spammers SP. Yeah. They love them, they tear them apart. I love it. This is gonna be a very dull commissioner meeting.
There's a TikTok out there where it's a guy gets a call from the IRS. You seen that one? He acts like he's a druggie. IRS, whoa, he says, IRS. What you need? Well, your taxes are delinquent. Whoa, that's not good, is it? It's pretty good.
You could do a good one there. God, you could really play that one off.
Thanks, I think.
Really, next time you get one, just go, oh, really? Record yourself. Put it online, that'd be funny.
IRS. What's that stand for?
That'd be funny, wouldn't it? You're a thinking man.
Hey, are you ready?
Yes.
Scooch in, she's wide.
Oh.
Payroll and claims, I go get it.
She's on her way, I think. I think Travis cornered her. He evidently is not going to do any more snow removal. Did you talk to him, Dennis?
Well, I talked to him. Or whatever that was.
Yeah,
Bought more stuff and said you do it. But yeah, that's fine. I don't know any more than that. I reported back to Sherry and Garrett.
I just asked him if he was ready for the next snowstorm. He said he retired from snow removal. And I want to do that too.
When my dad did it, he was in sanitation and forestry, and then when the snow hit, he was doubled up as a snowplow. We didn't see our dad growing up 16 hours a day in the winter. Yeah, it was bad. I remember
Where
the
was that at?
Milwaukee.
Oh, in Milwaukee?
Yeah, I remember the blizzard.
Aren't you glad you don't live there now?
My sister, I'll tell the story about my dad. 78 snow, the blizzard, remember that? It was as high as the second story. We had a 2-story house and it was up to the window landing. And we were snowed in on the back. My mom and dad had the porch that went in the front, but the back door was the ground level. We were snowed in. We couldn't get the back door. It was awful. And then, my sister, she told me just last year, she pays over $5,000 in taxes for her home in Milwaukee every year.
Who wants time sheets?
Christine.
Thank you.
Are they doing payroll first?
I put claims this afternoon.
Oh, claims, okay,
I got time sheets.
gotcha. So they're doing payroll now.
Who are you catching for Sandy Brown? Signature.
We've been getting Tracy. Is there a page? Did you get this?
On the back side. No, it didn't print on the back.
No.
Well, there is. I should have printed up the back side. I told it to, but.
Somebody didn't punch the right button, Lisa.
Oh, spam call. I hung up. Sorry.
You need help seeing.
I can
I'll
go
make
put
the
that
other
on do not disturb.
Do I sign the ambulance?
If it's Andrew, then you do.
All right, sorry for the interruption. All right, there it goes.
What is today, 27?
Let's try. Oh, fine.
28?
27, I think.
28.
28?
Yep, she's right. Sorry about the internet to the Wi-Fi there.
Dennis, you should have been docked.
You can recognize the D and the T, can't you?
Oh, because of his signature?
Yeah. Pharmacists have gotta go to a good, penmanship class, don't they, to see how to read doctors'
description. I was the drilling superintendent on oil company. I had a lot of documents this time.
Medical transcription, that's what they have to go to. So they can read the shorthand.
No, so they can read it.
No, it's, doctor's orders are in shorthand. I used to be.
I
trained
am a
to-
ward
yeah.
clerk.
Yeah,
Those are the ones I've been through.
were you?
So
I signed all.
just front.
Yep.
Doctors have the worst penmanship. They have to go like that fast.
I always
got
made them
signed.
tell me who
I
they
got
were,
signed.
and they didn't like that. Well, if I can't read it, I can't okay it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Absolutely.
Doctors get grumpy when you challenge them.
Yeah, they do.
What's your shirt say, Sherry?
This one?
Yeah.
This is, District Court,
Oh.
when I was in, Lewistown.
Nice.
Do I sign Tylene's? I don't sign Tylene's. Do I?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Yeah, we're,
You have to do Tylene's, Todd's, Todd Henry's, Andrea's, John's.
We're verifying the superintendent knows what they're talking about.
No, you're the supervisory over those departments.
Okay.
did that one.
Yeah, you did those two. This one.
Christine's got to sign.
I'm just making sure.
Oh,
Double check.
Be gentle.
quadruple.
Thank you. Jeez.
Thank you.
I put expenditure sheets on. They are now in this afternoon. So I guess we can pick and choose that.
Here's what.
We can pick and choose if you want to do them this morning, or I think, didn't I also put them in doing claims?
I didn't see it in the afternoon, but
Spender sheets, we can do them now.
Did we not put claims
No,
on
I
the
think
claims?
it's not there.
I'm gonna go get claims. I must be thinking of a different agenda. We had to split them out on one of the agendas. We didn't have it on. I was thinking of that, just, we had to move things. Pam Walling's gonna come the Wednesday. Yeah, and so we had to switch things out so that we could fit it in.
okay. Still, that happens for you.
This is, I'm just giving it to you guys. It's from Lance Calfell. It's on those trails.
Oh,
Badlands to Badlands?
Yeah,
That's probably the Prairie Trail system, isn't it?
whatever he came and talked to you guys about.
Well, we talked about both. Badlands to Badlands comes from North Dakota over this direction, and then the Prairie Trail system is for Prairie County.
I think there's
Whatever
20
maps you asked him for, those were
I
them.
think that's the Prairie County one.
You want me to take them over?
Yeah.
I'll set them on your desk.
On the lookout.
You wanna look at it now?
No,
No.
not necessarily. now.
Okay, claim.
I just, don't let me forget, I wanna look at it. Go ahead.
So I also have on there, just to show you guys the, I sent out letters on the, annual leave.
The vacation stuff.
Yeah. The vacation days, the ones that they,
You sent out letters to.
Yeah. like, yeah, so, I had to send one to Dee Dee Johnson. And then one to Todd Henry, one to Sandra Brown, one to Rolene Christopherson, and then Travis Lockman. So,
So they can be used from time up.
yes, yes,
Use it or lose
Yeah.
it, unless in special circumstances.
you can't, yeah, well, they can get it, and if they get like, the way the statute reads, they can get an extension to use it to the end of the year, but they have to go through a process to do that, and it's explained like, they have to get, I think Todd has to come to you, and then you have to deny my understanding, and then that denial is there and given the extension to the end of the year to use it up. But that's the farthest it can be extended, these two, just two,
So you only have 80 hours on the books.
Todd can have higher because of his amount of years with the county. So he can have, which the letter explains to them. Todd can have a maximum balance of 384 hours.
Well, he's at his limit right now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I sent him a letter. Yeah, he has an excess of 134 hours.
He said something about taking a week off this month.
He's got an excess of 134, access of 134 hours.
And he can't have.
He needs a month off.
We paid him out last year
You
or
can't,
2 years ago.
we found out at Mako you cannot. That's a big no. Can't pay them out.
Use it or lose it.
You can extend it to the end of the year, but you can't pay them out.
Yeah, still have to give him the time.
Yeah,
Whether he takes it is up to him,
the
right?
only one I believe that you can, and I don't know how that works, that would be something that we'd really have to check into. I don't know if you can do that. Comp time can be paid out, but vacation time cannot be paid out. But
Maybe
comp
that's
time
what
is
we paid
technically,
him.
you can't though, because comp time is actually overtime.
Comp time is the same thing. You know,
Oh,
either way, you're
messed up.
pay him now or pay him later.
So if you pay his comp time, does that reduce his amount of hours available for vacation time? then?
He doesn't have any comp time.
Oh, okay.
But you go only accumulate comp time because that's, instead of taking like overtime.
Mhm.
But only some departments are allowed to do comp time, but road is one of them. Then they can cash out and they can cash out at any time. But, the payroll laws or whatever you call that, they're not allowed to cash out vacation days. You can always donate them to someone.
I'm sure he'll take vacation.
Your holidays.
You can.
You can donate vacation.
Need to notify
But you
Gary,
can donate sick leave.
I think you can do both.
Gary Ostmiller to sign his time sheet.
Oh, do we have to call him again?
Yeah, he's not signed it.
And I can try to get the literature where it says that you can't do that, but we found out when, they had the HR, you, Christine,
It was a workshop.
it was a workshop that they did on HR and payroll.
Okay,
And they said, absolutely, you cannot pay out vacation.
But did you just tell us you can give it to somebody else?
I think you can donate vacation.
I don't,
Sick.
you better look into the vacation. I know you can do sick leave, but I don't know about vacation. You can do sick leave.
Typically, you can,
You
because
can,
they've done that.
yes.
But they also, do they have the bank on vacation too? Like where that would be a donate, I'll check into it and then I'll get back to you guys. I don't know, I could be making things up. I don't really
It wouldn't
know.
make sense, but with vacation, but with sick leave, it would. In a sick sort of way.
But then not all places offer sick leave too, you know that. So I don't really know, like they have that, what is it called? I think it's just universal hours where you don't claim either side, these are just what you get.
It's what you get. You get this
Yeah,
8 days.
yeah. Cause I believe,
Prairie West Engineering is out. It is
well, when I worked for EPEDC, it was that
same
way,
thing.
yeah. You got this many hours. And it didn't matter if it was sick or vacation or whatever, that's the hours that you got.
Yes.
But every time you think that you have it figured out, you don't have it. They change something.
Welcome to our world, right?
So you have to make sure you check the laws and all of that kind of stuff.
This is some paper clipped.
Cause I think they're both in the library. And there's 2 sections. I think that's the first section that checks and this is the second. We had to reissue those checks.
Hmm.
They didn't get them.
Read you. Wanna read something? Thank you.
Ever gonna get our billing back over to the hospital,
Get our what?
ambulance billing?
Oh, I don't know whether we're gonna get that or not.
I thought that was the plan, to get rid of Pamela sooner or later, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think Andrea is gonna get training or do training so she could do that.
I believe she,
I think she's working on it.
I think she's either working on it. I don't know how.
I don't know what she had left to do. But I know she wasn't done last time we talked to her, she wasn't ready yet. Figure you're at 60%.
Oh. About, yeah, 60.
You better look through that.
You look through it, I just gotta sign the different places.
There's two to sign.
Okay. Is there any other places to sign?
I signed the one
Okay.
for county after that state.
Anything jumping out? Or should we be at 60%?
About 60.
Don, there's two places to sign. The pink ones.
Did you double check my work?
I was looking at a couple of them.
Okay,
They had your initials on it.
that's the signature one.
That's a shortcut.
Buildings. Technology and that.
You guys get your tech stuff
That's
straightened out?
Oh, isn't it?
What?
You guys get your tech stuff straightened out? You were having trouble with payroll?
The
IT stuff,
IT stuff, yeah,
okay now?
yeah.
This technology because.
No, this is like, well, yes and no. I don't know. They didn't even, I don't even know how to explain it because they couldn't find my computer, the main computer in the courthouse, and they couldn't find mine. It wasn't even on there. Yeah, when I called. Yeah. So then they had to get mine
Reestablished?
reestablished in the system. But the stuff that they did an update to Tyler,
Mm-hmm.
but the update didn't go through the way it was supposed to go through. So our tax stuff wasn't coming through correctly.
I knew that.
And so we got that corrected. It was just a whole bunch of stuff that like kind of happened at the same time, but they didn't really have anything to do with each other, but they did. It's really complicated.
As long as the tech guy showed up and fixed it and took care of it,
We're fixed, but part of it after we found out was not because of the transition. It was Tyler.
Tyler's neglect and shame.
Oh, no, it's just how they do things.
Oh, okay. As long as you got it fixed, I guess we're all
Right
right.
now, we are functioning, yes.
Good. I got chewed out. Somebody was not happy.
Yeah, if they don't have Fran reinstalled here pretty soon, I'm gonna start. Cause I asked, about
Yeah,
a month ago. Well, I asked when they were first here and then I reiterated and we still don't have Fran set up. Cause I can't move her forward with anything else until they get.
oh, you need her
email.
okayed on everything for too
Yeah,
long.
the Secretary of State's office has sent me everything
That you need,
for her, yeah, but.
need another phone call?
I'm gonna wait a little bit and see and then,
Well, let me
You're
know.
talking about her to work in your office.
yeah, cause she's gotta have the email. And then we're getting her so that when we're out of the office, she's able to run the election stuff and get into, Montana Vote. So she has to have, the training, which I got it to where she can do all of the know before training, you gotta do all the security training. But the nice thing about that is Fran has it from district court, so they let some of that come over from district court. But she needs the county email so that we're able to communicate with her when we're not
She
here.
still needs to be put on the book, so to speak.
Yes, yeah, so that she can cover the office. That last week in February. When I take, cause I have to take everybody to training.
Where that training at?
Helena. And it's kind of causing, I have to be there sooner than Araya and Laney, so we're trying to figure that out too. So, it's gonna be interesting. But,
Can't they let you do some of that before you get there?
well, I'm on the executive board, so I have to,
No, you're one of them early meeting,
yeah.
so it's either lose two people.
I'm riding with someone, so I'm at least saving that, but I gotta figure out how to get Araya and Laney there. I figured out how to go with someone since I have to be there earlier.
Yeah,
And then I'm also rooming with them, so I'm saving that,
different.
but it's different now. I can find a ride for one of them, but I haven't been able to find a ride where they could fit two people in.
You need a back seat.
Yeah.
Have I got a room for conference? You kept one, right?
I have both of them. I haven't canceled it yet. So I have two.
Okay, when do I show up? When can I show up?
Oh, I'll have to go check on that. And then I'll let you know, and then I'll cancel the other one.
Sounds good. I paid
This
my
is for
reservation.
Mako.
Yeah. Me and Gary
I
decided,
haven't got it.
well, I have two of them reserved, so if you want me to keep both of them, I can keep both of them.
That'd probably be a good
Yeah.
idea.
So, yeah, cause me and Garrett, we're gonna go, and then we looked at the agenda and we think that it would,
I'm not even sure Wednesdays are that.
the only thing I seen on Wednesday is they're doing something for elections.
Yeah,
And then I thought Garrett seen something else on Wednesday, cause he said he might be
I
interested.
was thinking there was something to do with the treasures on
Yeah.
Wednesday, but I can't remember. I'd have to go look at it again.
So,
I'm gonna be up there already, so necessary, I'll just pay for the extra nights myself.
I believe I reserved it because of weather.
Yeah,
We went back and forth. I'll have to look, but it was only billing, so who knows?
Yeah.
Well, the conference this year is just in Bones.
Yeah, it's just in billing. So I don't know what I.
Like everybody's dues went up this year, didn't they?
Do we need to look at the release line?
The what?
I'm sure something didn't come out of that. Sure. Cause they've got 70.
Which one?
What is chemical?
He bought chemical.
If you buy chemical, that is actually for next fiscal year.
Yep.
They'll make us do some.
Well,
That's what they make
he'll be
it.
using it in Maine.
This is your, okay. Well, sometimes he buys it and it's for the next and the
Well, like,
auditors
he-
make us do
he
that
bought
weird
it-
adjustment.
He bought it last fall for this spring's use. Is that
For what?
the chemical? Does that overlap 2 years or is that just 1 year?
I'll look. I'll look to verify. I just know the auditors make us do that. Cause like when you buy fuel, like say like you buy fuel
Pay ahead.
and you pay ahead, then we have to move it. And that kind of messes with our budget too. You know, we have to move it to the correct fiscal year. Sometimes it's back and sometimes it's forward. It doesn't move forward until we create a new fiscal year.
Use it in the budget year. And that's slow to carry over.
Yeah.
Like chemical, will probably start, there's months left
Right.
in April or May, June.
Paperwork doesn't always follow the calendar.
And property casualty is that because we pay it in whole. Not like a monthly thing.
Yeah, that always big glaring number.
Your DES supplies. Page 7.
Did we find out what about that bumper?
Nope, haven't heard a word. That's not very much money left to make it through. I mean, to make it to the end of it. Did you?
Yeah, I saw that. He was in this morning too, I saw him on the phone.
And I didn't think to ask him to stick around.
Just keep telling yourself it's only money.
Must be pulling something from the sheriff's. The foreigner, his contribution. Is that 94.33 employer contribution? So I might have to reach it out. See, it's why it's doing that.
What's it doing?
On page 10, the coroner's employer contribution is at 94%. So payroll there must be something,
There's a glitch in there somewhere.
there's a glitch someplace.
Page what?
10.
Unless they didn't allot enough hours to that huge.
That's not, the coroner's not on hours, though, the coroner is on the, it's just 5,500, I think, or no, 7,500. So that should be. I would think it would be right. It makes me wonder if it's pulling something from the sheriff and it's paying on the, like one of the wages, like in one of them, I'll have to go
Oh,
break it down.
taking employer contributions out twice for two different positions.
Well, I wouldn't put it out
Things.
twice, it might be taking a percentage, a higher percentage, because it's including a wage from like the sheriff's duties, like, or John, I'm gonna look at John first.
Yeah.
Cause I'm wondering if it's something with John's, because he has more breakdown in his wages than Keeper does, cause he has. I'm wondering if it might be hooking on to the step grant money. Cause we kind of seen they,
Well, coroner's employer contributions, it says it took out $148. Right?
Mm.
Expended, PTD. Expended,
year to date, 1,148.27 would be, current. Would be in this
Fiscal,
right, so it's,
but it's then for the year, it's done 1,037.58. So he's at 94%, so it's pulling too much. And the only wages that would have been like this is like Keepers is only. So it took $148.27, and this is the salaries, that's too high. 825 is all the salaries that were paid out for foreigners. 148 is way too high for $825. So it's pulling something.
and it's been doing it,
Yeah,
we just caught it.
I'll go in and check.
Has to be done on a percentage because he holds so many different positions, right?
I think it's pulling, I think it's taking it. That it should be coming out of sheriff, not foreigner employer contribution.
What's a step grant?
That's, we pay first and then they reimburse for all, it ends up being overtime hours. They do specific things going out into the public, is my understanding.
It's categorized.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Set in.
I don't remember what
What's that?
STEP
What's
stands
it?
for.
It's in sheriff. It's on page 10. Kind of in the middle.
Yeah, it's only overtime hours. The only people that you will see getting that is John and, Garrett. And on their timesheet, it's identified as step grant.
Yeah, I had, that's
then-
where I first noticed it. I was gonna ask you and got sidetracked.
Yeah, and then, John does the reporting on that, so then I think he does it quarterly.
Mhm.
And then he reports the hours and then they reimburse, the county back for those hours.
It's done on some activity that they do.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Do we have to put the coroner underneath 2,300 or can it have its separate number and still be in?
It does have a separate number by the 6-digit account code, but we have it under because that is his title.
Well, I'm just wondering if that code was changed, would it make a difference in pulling the employer contribution?
I think it's just a click. It's something that I missed clicking and we just didn't notice it until it hit where it's at right now.
Okay.
So I think I can pull it and look and then if not, then yes, we can look at other options. But.
right now the code is the 800 that's keeping it separate.
Yeah, so if you look, the actual sheriff's line is 420-100. But in payroll, it's weird because you have to go in and uncheck some boxes, and I'm assuming one of the boxes didn't get unchecked.
Got overlooked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where it's attaching to something. My assumption only. I have not verified that. I will verify.
that's something you'll look at. Yeah, the computer don't make it easy.
Good catch.
You are gonna have to do a budget amendment on the airport.
That grant money coming through on the lighting and the
We got the,
fencing,
yeah, it's just something we didn't
didn't anticipate,
budget for.
yeah. Well, they got ahead of their schedule, didn't they?
Think so.
That was what I would,
Yeah, we got the check, we got the money. I mean, it's an easy resolution,
yeah,
because the money's
there.
there, like, we received the money in and the money's being expended out, but.
No, I think with the good weather, they were able to finish their two projects
Get it done.
quicker than they thought they were going to.
Ambulance looks in pretty good shape.
Where's it at?
Page 14.
Not that far. 46%, yeah.
I never ever looked at that. See how it's been upstairs. Well, I look at that number, but I see if there's any concerns, particularly in large line items. Large line items, if they're over, they really affect you.
Looked pretty good and then. He did a bunch of training last year. I wonder if they're all caught up and don't need to do it for,
I don't know if they have the staffing to.
might be, I think they only got 4 plus a couple of drivers.
I think that's one of the main say concerns are,
Like everything else, we don't have somebody coming in there, don't cover the ones going out.
did we ever figure out on page 12 that GIS and mapping, what those funds should be used for? Could we, so on page 12, I don't know why, it just.
The GIS mapping, that has to do with the 911, I believe.
No,
No?
I don't believe so. I think when we looked in it, I think when we looked into it, cause it has to do with the land. I believe it can be used, didn't we talk about using it for some of the record preservation?
We asked for
3 years.
The other thing
For
about,
the data.
I don't know what it would cost, but
for this.
we should redo the map that was done in like 2009.
The ownership map?
The ownership map. Cause it's been used a lot.
Especially the last year and a half.
Cal.
Well, it's
Dakota did,
it's
KLX or
didn't
KLM.
it's used actually a lot, like we sell a lot of those to, hunters and different things like that, they come in and get it. You know, so it actually is used a lot and doesn't have updated landowners on it.
Well, it's 7 years old, 6.5 to 7 years old. It would have a lot of changes on there.
That would be something that could be beneficial to people. We also talked to the Lamb Standing Board about it, but
What'd they say?
Were we gonna use it, some of their money that they gave us permission and blessed to use it for our search?
I did.
Yeah, 3 years or
3 years is what they decided on. Yeah, I met with them.
About a month
Lonnie
ago.
asked me if I would meet with them to explain how the budget and all of that worked. And they all agreed and they all remembered that they were
the
given 3
17th of
years.
January, 1920 or
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah, they all agreed that they were doing 3 years, but I told them I'm not transferring it to, because the main amount of money that's what's replenished that fund is the interest that they gain, because they don't really have a lot of income coming into that fund. And the reason why.
Entitlement money at one time.
The reason why they had the amount of money that they had is because we found out that the last, reason why I couldn't find on the books what the last growth policy cost us is because it was a grant. And it didn't even run through the cap. We got it and then got billed to, it was a CDG, I don't like acronyms.
It's $36,000 or something.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's what did the last plan, the growth policy?
yeah. It
I'll be
didn't
darned.
even come out of that. Yeah, they got like a C, I think it's a CGD or something like that. It's through the Department of Revenue. And so I got a hold of, them, and then they sent me the spreadsheets that we understood what was spent on the last growth policy, because that's what everybody was asking, and well, we didn't know, because the county itself didn't have record of it,
Yeah.
because we didn't pay for it. We got it.
Ask them if we could have another grant.
Well, I think that now we're saying, oh, we should have checked into that before, but I think that Tracy was actually going to look into it and see if we could
Retroactive.
retroactively do it, so,
That would
but I
be
don't know if
good.
that's gonna work or not, and if
You never
there was
know
any
unless you
open
ask.
chance, that's what they decided, but, yeah,
Yeah, they'll probably need to be replenished if they don't get a grant or some extra money.
yeah, cause they're also talking about something to do with like building. It's on
Buildings
their
for
engineering.
rent,
Yeah,
and
buildings
lease.
for rent and.
that was supposed to be updated 4 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, so there's some things that they have coming that. Yes, and their funds are
Getting
depleting,
completed.
like they're,
Great West has cost them plenty.
and then you've gotta use those funds also for, cause if we have a certificate of survey come in, we can only charge,
So
if it
much.
costs us more to have that
There's
checked
a-
out,
Certain fee that we can't,
we can't
pay.
push it all back on the person, but we can.
Okay.
So we have to cover that extra expense.
$200 or $600, something like that.
It just varies. It depends on how detailed they come in. And sometimes it's, you know,
Next
it's a
to nothing.
complete total wash, like
Mhm. They pay it all.
they pay it all. Yeah.
Well, that's probably something you need to put on your notes for entitlement time at budget.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We said we were reworking that every
every year. See who needs it. Yeah.
What's the culvert deal? It's just
340. Those culverts when they took the bridge out. You know what that is?
must be.
What's you got?
Oh, we did that. That's the reimbursement. Sooner or later.
Or that can be. Are these ones all gonna be able to be reimbursed too?
Yes.
Yes, but I think we need to do one bill.
Well, it's my understanding, we pay the bill coming in and we keep track of it. And when the project is finished, we submit the invoices.
That's my understanding.
That's why I'm keeping that folder in there. Right now, I think.
So when it's
they're,
complete, or,
complete,
so when do they call it complete?
You take the culverts out that are temporary culverts and put in a box.
Well, Brandon's doing engineering and I don't know, we talked to him a couple months ago.
Yeah, where they are, the project, I think, is just ending their engineering and surveying. They surveyed the hydrology.
I think he thought pretty quick they're gonna come put it out for bid.
I remember it.
So will it be done by, I know that's a weird question, but will it be done by the end of the fiscal year or? are we
Probably not.
talking
No.
Years down the road, so how does? that
Because they're gonna
work?
pull the culverts out, we'll get our culverts back, I think. And they're gonna put in the.
How does that
the
work
culvert.
for reimbursement?
Box culvert or whatever. I think it's box culvert he's thinking.
How does that work for reimbursement? You just cross the fiscal year, you're saying?
Well, we're doing it because the state has asked us to, because it'll take them 5 years to address this, where we can. Here. We can complete the project and then we'll send it in to Ryan. these other projects and I think they want to cut just one check one time.
Construction is anticipated during the dry steam conditions.
He would split 340 out. So if that project's done, he said, I think he said he would split that one out. It's gonna be,
They're looking
it's gonna be
to,
350, 400,000.
they're looking to, start it March or May of 26. And that is a guesstimation of time.
Okay, so,
It
and
all
we can
takes-
report it crossing over fiscal year, so, right?
I believe so.
It's just gonna be a nightmare.
It's gonna be a
When it
paperwork screw up.
Yeah,
You just have to count for it. Both years.
well, we will definitely be asking the auditor. The correct way to do it.
Yes.
When I submit an invoice, Araya usually gives me another receipt showing paid that I attach to the copy of the invoice.
Yeah, that part I completely understand, but when you have expenditures happening over here and then we get into a new fiscal year
Just thinking maybe Brian would be there.
Yeah, I was hoping,
during an audit
yeah.
and what we have to do for moving things can cause
Difficulties,
difficulty.
as long as the auditors understand that we're working with them.
So when they're here, we
DOT.
need to make sure they know that. And you know, they're coming in March.
Yeah, the last week of March.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember which day.
I think it's the week of the, 25th.
Yeah, we've got a meeting the 25th and they're gonna show up Monday morning, the 23rd.
Yeah. We might have to move your guys' other calendars in here so that we can, because they're all on your calendar.
Maybe we just move us back into that room.
I think you have to stay in here for a little while so that people
Move them and
aren't crammed. What?
the auditors can do it.
Oh, I was talking about your calendars so that we can reflect, because your calendars have all
Oh,
the
I
dates
see,
on
I
it.
see what you're saying.
To bring one in here, and I said.
I think we
you
need to
guys-
move back for our calendars, huh?
I said, I think you need to stay in here until,
Yeah, it'd be easier to move the calendars.
I think you need to stay here for a while. So, okay, do we got everything? You got all this, Terry?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
You want some of this information
Wow.
on the
He's
bridge?
pretty
I have enough
good.
information.
Okay. I'd share.
You really didn't have to think about it.
You're no fun.
So you guys have correspondence now and there's.
We took care of correspondence already.
Well, this was in my folder, so I don't know if this is the same one you looked at earlier or not.
Yeah. About that. Calendar.
Todd,
Yeah,
here's correspondence above what we already took care of.
Yeah, I think it's a different one, so. No, there's one for each of you in there. Just copy one for each of you.
I got the phone call.
it's just nice copy.
Probably for Harry.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, a year.
Okay.
I'll trade you.
Does it say for minutes on the top of it or something?
Hmm?
What does that one say on the top of it? That one? That's what I want then, instead of the one that written for you, because it's the one in the minutes.
It's the same thing.
I know it is, but
Ah. You're
especially mine is
nitpicking.
special. Do you guys have any letters for board members that you have to sign that you have in your possession? No,
It walked out of the room.
I'll go ask Sherry about it, cause it's on here, I just wanna know. To be signed.
Feel like a bad-eyed cat.
It's horrible when your eyes are always sleeping.
It's okay, I'm back, you don't have to cry.
I wish.
You just take the joy out of it when you leave the room.
Uh-huh, yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what happens.
They were talking shit behind your.
I get to listen, I can listen to all of it, so.
Oh,
10:44.
Hmm. I'm sorry, what?
What's on the agenda?
Other business and correspondence.
We took,
And the other things that are on there, Sherry is gonna bring over here shortly for you, the other two things that are correspondence, so.
I'm gonna go ask our deputy treasurer a question.
I've never been hungry before lunch like this. Ever.
Just one of those days, huh?
I only eat once a day, truly, and I've never been this hungry before in a long time.
How's Keith doing?
His heart is doing much better.
Good.
Much better. But you know, like they were talking about why, now they understand why people shuffle their feet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, when you get older, yeah, I don't know, I think it's your reflexes. I'm not sure what it is, your motor, your large motor skills, they just go to pot.
Yep, just more I can add to the list of things to look forward to.
Yeah. But just think, if you have carpeting, you become your own power station.
We don't need carpet in our house for that, it just happens.
Oh, you gotta have a sense of humor, don't you?
You just get off the subject, you know, we had weatherization come in through Action for Eastern Montana, weatherization. And they have this thing now where the state requires an air intake exchange thing. I am sleeping so much better because it pulls out the bad stale air and exchanges it for fresh air. And they were gonna put it in the large room. I don't know if you've ever been to Ruther's house.
No,
Okay, well, in the house, because Rob had, the house we bought from Robin, anyway, Beth, they have a big, in the front end of the house, a big family. And then you have the kitchen, then the dining room and the small living. Have you ever been in the house?
Yeah, I've been in there.
Okay, so they were gonna put it in the big, what we call the game room.
Mhm.
I said, no. So we put it in the bedroom and in the master bedroom, and I've never slept better. I am so proud of that. That was a good decision.
you know, we used in college, we used to sleep, with no heat. You just had bunks. And, it'd be sometimes 10, 15 below zero. And like a blanket, you sleep like a baby. You sleep like a baby.
Because of the cool air.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're dead. You'd be frozen.
I'd have electric blankets or you would be frozen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they had a big fan at the one end and blow air in. I mean, a big fan. There's a chill factor in there of -30.
Oh,
You wanna ask John Tess about that bumper?
Yeah. He sent us an email on it, said it was cheaper to do the bumper than it was to fix the old bumper that was cracked. It was cheaper to buy a new,
Just have it replaced.
off market.
Uh-huh.
that's when you get a bunk buddy.
Yeah. That's when you want a spoon.
Right, that's why people had trundle beds and stuff, and everybody slept in the same room. There'd be warmth and body heat.
I can't imagine homesteaders.
Oh,
They were tough people.
They were tough.
You think we were tough? Baloney. Not even close.
Not even in it.
I wanna buy a medium-sized mountain, dig into the mountain. Build my home in the mountain. Geothermal heat, yeah, with that. So how much of Zinke's property estate, real estate, whatever, that he based off of the Dakotas, Wyoming, Colorado, I don't know, is it gonna affect us here in Bergen?
Thinking on what?
His property tax thing, everybody's taxes are going up. How much of that's gonna affect us here?
I don't know what you're referring.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Really? Alright, I'll get more information and come back next time.
Okay, yeah. Cause he wouldn't have any jurisdiction over property taxes unless it was federal.
No, Zinke,
Thinking.
it affects all the state of Montana. I'll find out more. I'll talk to Teresa Manzella and see what she has, you know. I just, property taxes, county taxes are gonna go up.
Here's your letter for,
Right.
Prairie.
Did you want more than just one copy of each?
No, just one. Thank you.
Is that the letter for? See it first.
Land board member.
Make sure I spell his name. Right, we did it. Thank you.
I was just gonna let you guys know that, I can write for Dennis, I guess, on the security assessment.
He's standing out in the hallway yakking with somebody.
Security assessments.
It's scheduled for the 3rd of,
Mako's doing
this is, it's required of me through the district court. And then me and the sheriff and that, but I'm supposed to inform if anybody, if you guys wanna be involved.
it. Third party or whatever, validation, stuff like that.
Yeah, he comes in and goes through and gives us an assessment.
Make sure you're doing everything.
Yeah, we had that one done, but that was through the, elections last year, and then remember, that's when they sat with us and went through all the camera stuff and all that to
Oh,
where we,
right.
When
so,
is that gonna be?
the 3rd of February at like 1 o'clock.
Third.
On a Saturday?
The 3rd
Or
is
is
a
that-
Tuesday.
That's, no, that's January.
Yeah, 3rd's a Tuesday.
I'm like, what do you mean?
I'm looking at the wrong calendar.
The
Okay.
3rd, I think it's that one. Let me go to my calendar again.
We don't have a meeting that week.
You don't,
No.
not till the 11th.
No, and it's organized between, I mean, it's me and Kiefer that came to a date together on it because we have to be involved in it because it's through the courts.
It's you guys that are being
Yeah.
subject to,
I'm just making you guys aware that that's happening and
you don't want us there.
only if you want to be there to know. So
It's up to you. If you
That's
want
why
somebody
I'm-
there, let me know.
letting you guys know that that's when it's scheduled. So,
Does Kiefer walk with you on that, or when you do it? Is Kiefer involved when you do the security assessment?
yeah, he has to be.
Oh,
DES should be too, but, I don't know that he's ever really came.
Nobody's pushed it, probably.
Well, DES is part of our, supposed to be part of our cybersecurity, so he
Yeah.
technically should be involved in it.
Does he know about it?
Yes,
Okay. Enough said.
yes. Cause we're all on the email. Christine. So, you just have to check your emails. Christine, do you have envelopes? Are they just?
Yes, in the other room, I can get, there's stamps and envelopes and a stamp in the bottom drawer of the cupboard. We got 28,025 for mineral royalty.
That's it.
What
Or
is-
is that a quarter?
I think that's total. The quarters are added up and that's what it come up to. And our oil and gas, 15.5.
Used to be.
100,000. Are they gonna plug one of those wells? No. Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek, I mean,
Where
Cedar,
are the envelopes and stamps?
Oh, I can, yeah. Or show you where they're going.
Okay. I'm in the blind here. Sure you didn't know, I didn't know. I'm like, I've been trying to think like you, but I don't wanna go there. I'd rather this year.
they're where I can see them.
Oh, shit.
John,
government work.
John's here if you want to inquire on the bumper.
I talked to him.
She talked to him.
Oh, okay.
He crinkled it instead of putting a standard one on it that costs 500 or 5,000 some plus. They put an aftermarket on it, 2,500. They took
Should
it out
it
of
have been turned into the engine?
2,500 deductible.
that it was more or less a wash. So he just took it out of his supplies. You put a stamp on it for it? Oh, boy.
Already?
Thank you, Harry. Wasn't gonna show her where they were. She'll get into them.
Well, now she knows. So Dennis, while you were out, Sherry came in and said that on February 3rd, they're gonna do a security assessment that they do every year here.
Here in town of Quincy.
No, it's not Eddie, it is, physical injury.
Singing his name right now. Used to farm,
You stood out there and talked to him for 20 minutes and you didn't know who it was?
took care of the bead scale.
What's that?
Took care of the bead scale and stuff.
Oh, I don't know. I met him 30 years ago when he broke down the truck and I changed his plugs and condenser. 20 years ago, what 30?
Scale inspector. Right?
What?
Scale inspector.
No.
What's Anime Hawkins' maiden name?
Well, this is Eaton and I'm trying to remember.
I'd have to go get a history book.
I think it's her nephew.
Harry, what were you telling me?
Oh, that Sherry had just updated you guys that on February 3rd, they're gonna have a security assessment, which is kind of the assessment of the building security and cyber security. If, just to let you guys know what's going on.
In what, February what?
3rd. Yeah,
We can come to it if we want. I
It's a
think
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
it's a Tuesday.
No,
Yes, it is.
is it?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong.
yeah, having 3 little calendars up there to figure out which one to look at is kind of hard. But
Where's my eyes?
They're sleeping.
They're leaking.
They're weeping. because we missed-
They're leaking.
Yeah.
That's the date of my great grandson's birthday. I can't miss that, can I?
Well, if you're gonna miss anybody's birthday, you better not miss mine.
He is,
Before
he's fine.
I expect a big celebration.
Well, the girl.
You're alive?
Old one, seven, I can't really believe that. Great grandson. Got one,
better tell Keith.
7, 5, and 3.
I told him.
Got a granddaughter.
He's never given flowers ever.
And you got
And all
one.
the time I've been, and the other day I came across a video of this guy
You
making
don't.
bacon roses, bacon roses, red glaze, everything's supposed to be really good. I said,
Yeah, I was gonna rent it out.
Valentine's Day or my
Gonna be
birthday,
occupied.
that's what you're making me.
Good for you. You'll.
So he's like, all right, I can remember.
His son.
I get him into doing things, he's,
Gonna come back. He's got some obligations. Done, I think.
we're working on the roof
He'll come back.
of the greenhouse that we're
I
building
didn't know what we're gonna do.
out of trampoline.
Sounds like one comes.
So last night
Started
we
the city. Good.
collaborated, what's the word?
Collaborated.
Collaborated. And, we came up across with a really ingenious idea. I think it's gonna work.
2 or 3 months ago, we saw it on the news, right across the street from where he works, there was a gun battle between some drug cartel people in a house right across the street from them. and building down. You got to thinking maybe it'd be time to exit Billings.
Where's this?
In Billings.
They say in Billings, if you walk away from your car, that when you come back, your car will not be there guaranteed any place.
Huh,
If it's running,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's running. Of course, these fobs, you know, you take a fob with you,
You don't lock it with the fob, you lock it with the finger and the tab on the door. They can't do
That's what
that.
Rita said, right?
If you lock it with a fob, they can copycat it.
Oh,
That makes sense, yeah. Catch the
So
signal.
you wanna, if you wanna lock something, you lock it before you get out. When you get out, lock it, then shut the door.
Well, I have a set of keys, and on that set of keys, when I get out, I just put the key in and I can lock it that way.
Yeah, that works. I don't know about these ones
It
with the
seems better
fobs.
for me.
Yeah, you gotta twist pretty hard when it's 30 below zero.
well, thanks for telling us that. That's, we're gonna go to Village next month. And we'll take the dogs and leave the dogs in the car running. Not no more. Well, geez.
There's just a lot of things going on there. What you watch it on.
Are we going to
news,
lunch?
But then we have, I have 3 sons and
Okay.
grandkids, and they kind of fill in the blanks.
I told Winco to build in this area, so if they come here and ask if they can build, approve it, please.
So,
Winco,
Well, they're not gonna build in Prairie County, there's not enough people, but
they've got Glendive and Miles City right in the center, it'll work. Plus,